Just me and my turkeys out here, and this guy. Sam, leave the turkeys alone. Me and my turkeys. I like plucked off one of his feathers. That's why it looks so straggly. And I was going to eat them for Thanksgiving, but I was like, oh, they're so pretty, and I'm keeping them as pets now. And they're like the mascot. Come here, turkey. Turkey. But anyways, I am super excited about what's going on right now. I am going to show you. Bam! This came in the mail yesterday. Bam! My bamboo is here, and we are going to go plant it. I am super duper excited with so much projects going on, like chopping wood, fixing cars, upgrading trucks. There's a million things doing the greenhouse, planting gardens, training Sam. Hey, Sam. What you doing? But anyway, back to my movie voice where there's 1,000,002 things to do around the homestead. We have tree houses to go up, garden sheds, the shed to go up, and the chicken coops to build and the pens to go back. We're going to do now is plant bamboo. Okay, so stop being silly. But anyways, I have bamboo, muso variety, philanthropius, whatever. Can never pronounce these things. So these are my initial instructions, which I'm not gonna follow. What, Sam? What? What's the problem? You want to get off the rope? No, you can't get off the rope because you know why? Last time I let you off the rope, you know what happened last time? You went running through the forest, and I had to spend 2 hours at night looking for you and calling you down. So no, you can't go. Get off the rope. Yeah. Don't be trying to look innocent. You know what you did last time. You know what you did last time. You know what you did last time. Yeah. So yes, his dad was about 200 pounds, and so he should be getting to about 200 pounds. But anyway, back to the bamboo. So we're gonna plant these bamboos in the back or the side. I haven't really decided yet. Let's go for a walk. Because there are so many places on this 10.5 acres that I can put bamboo, but I would like to put it somewhere, you know, where I don't have to worry about it running to the... Yes, Sam, leave the turkeys alone, Sam. So, I do have a couple of springs on this property, and we have a small stream that starts up the hill and comes down. But the real biggest problem is this thing right here. I was supposed to grade this out and just never got around to it. Partly because I'm lazy and partly because I just have so much projects to do and I have my standard 9 to 5. I'm here trying to enjoy the homestead and trying to go off grid, although we're not off grid or grid tied. I am trying to get this cleaned up and trench it out and also make some kind of feature because the spring starts like up here somewhere and it comes down to about right here. I'm gonna try not to have this video go too long, but there's so much work. I was cutting up this tree that fell down and it fell down on that tree that can fall down on that house, so I have to cut these down. And I am thinking about putting the bamboo maybe up here. This is one of the locations that I'm contemplating because I would just love a nice bamboo forest that I can come, sit, chill, you know, walk through, just enjoy. Now, I don't know what this is. I think this might be a ash tree or something, but this tree is, I cut it up and I'm getting ready to make it into firewood, and I found out this thing is the hardest thing to cut through, using the axe. And I've only cut through 2 pieces where the red oak and the maple are split easily. This thing is tremendously hard to split, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, that's what you saw in the puddle down there. I think it's an ash tree. It got killed by the ash beetles, and I need to figure out if I'm going to rent a wood splitter or just put some good old back labor into it and do it. And the one thing about a homestead is you get stuff done one of 2 ways: time or money. Time and labor or money. And I neither have the time nor the labor to fight with this some of these projects that I have going on. So now I have a shed back here off right in the yonder, right there, that I'm currently using it as a chicken coop, but it's not a chicken coop, it's my shed. And I need to put another shed, and I was planning on putting it somewhere right here for my wife, and do a goat pen right here, and on the other side do a chicken coop and run, and have the bamboo. This is the stream I spoke about earlier, so I have plenty of stuff to do, more than enough. And I want to put probably a tree house somewhere in this vicinity for the kids, and got to build a workshop up here on this hill right here. Trying not to have the stuff too far apart, and I'm trying not to damage the land as much as possible. I've seen videos of other YouTubers that buy bare land, and what they do is they come in and they, either cut down the trees or they just mow over the land and they build their house and build their workshops and build their stuff. And I do need a workshop. I'm gonna put it up here somewhere, but I want to have as little impact as possible. It's going to be a decent sized workshop, maybe 500 square feet to 1,000 square foot workshop. So I've just I have a guy coming Saturday to look at some areas about clearing and building a road and building little tracks. But yeah, I have tons of stuff to do in so little time. But let's get back to the bamboo. So another spot that I wanted to put the bamboo is right here in the back, and I think that I might just have it up front at first, because I have planted some other bamboos around this parts. And the reason that I love bamboo is because it is super versatile, and it cleans the air better than any trees. It's an evergreen plant. It's a conifer. It's not of the pine family or the hemlock or anything like that, but it's of the grass family, actually. And it's an evergreen grass, and I don't have to worry about it dying back in the wintertime. And actually, last year in winter, I planted this bamboo back here. I just dug up off the side of the road. So I don't know what variety it is. It's just one of those random bamboos that you see on the side of the road. I went back and just got some, and I got maybe 4 to 6 pieces of it, and out of the 6 that are currently planted, 2 have sprouted new little bamboo shoot, and it's growing. So there's a couple of ways to propagate bamboo. You can plant the seed, you can plant the rhizomes. You can actually take cuttings of it and plant those. I've tried the cuttings and it didn't quite work out for me. I've tried the seeds. I bought those seeds for probably $1 from eBay. I tried those. I have yet to see any results from that. It's been a few months, so I wasn't expecting anything. But they were $1, so I bought a bunch of the seeds. The Moso, black bamboo, yellow, Buddha belly. Bought a couple of those. They were $1 for 100 seeds, so I just go ahead and did it. But no results yet. This is the bamboo. As you can see, this thing, when it was that piece right there, when that was going, that was about 25 to 30 foot tall, and I just cut it and dug up like a huge chunk out of it, and these popped up a little bit later. So this is good to go. I'm hoping this fills up this area. Although I have 10 acres, I do have neighbors, one across the street right here and the other one over yonder. And also it's going to create privacy for me. So yes, I wanted to probably put the tree house. What I was thinking about is putting the tree house over the bridge between these two trees right here, or somewhere right here, where the kids will be in sight, because we do have wild animals. We have bears, foxes, and other bobcats, raccoons, possums. We don't have any moose, and we don't have any wolves. Or they say we do, but I haven't seen any, and there haven't been any seen in this part of the area for the last 20-something plus years. So I doubt that we have any left. So yes, I have a little bridge over the first stream, and I have a bridge where it forks up the hill and come down the other area and comes down here. Right here, that's the second bridge over the property. But I think I initially wanted the bamboo right here because I wanted to walk back and walk in my bamboo forest. But what I'll do is I will plant it up front, and I'll plant it back up front to the side of the house. And so we can have the bamboos at the side of the house. And then what I'll do is I'll take some from that bamboo, or just buy another bamboos, because there are several different types I'm going to get. But they're kind of on the expensive end. And with all my project and everything else that I got going on, the reviews that I haven't put up yet, I did buy a Hitachi 12-inch miter saw, the sliding. And I did buy a Uniden radio, and I got to do a review on those because, and this is like, I'm going to review the stuff I have and the stuff I use and see if I like it, let you guys know if it's worth getting or it's just worth passing on. And I'm going to try to be as honest as possible. And a lot of stuff is it's just not worth the money, especially the Walt miter saw for $5.99. I'm like, man, it's a little expensive for what it does. Some people swear by their Walt, and they're a good tool maker. So, especially when it comes to drills, my top two favorites are DeWalt and Milwaukee. So I do have DeWalt drill, and I do have some Milwaukee drills. But for the miter saw, which is I'll show later in a later video, it was the best bang for the buck. So yeah, I'm gonna have a guy come in. We're gonna try to see what we can do to flatten out most of this. I'm gonna tell him to leave the bigger trees and maybe get rid of the smaller ones, but I'm gonna try to do the best possible thing and not mess with anything that hasn't that's fully grown, and try to keep this land somewhat. I have a lot of cleaning up to do, by the way, but I'm going to try to keep this somewhat virgin, and not cut the trees down, and not because when I was looking for a homestead, I was watching videos by the Fouch family and Doug and Stacy Off Grid and Pure Life for Living and all those property, and I got the bug bit me, and ended up buying this place, which I'll do a review on this place. So actually, I've done several reviews, but I didn't like how the video turned out, so I'm gonna re-review this place and the actual cost of it. But the thing I like to do is I like to put in the cost of any project I did, and this Musso however you want to pronounce it. This Muso bamboo costs $74 for the height, and I was like, it took me a little while to buy it. I didn't expect to spend $74 on the bamboo. I wanted it actually for $29.99. I would have gladly bought like 2 or 3 of those, but $74, that was a harsh buy. These little evergreen, I think they're called arbori, whatever. Ended up picking them up from the Tractor Supply, a bunch of them, for I think like $4 when the initial price was $17.99, because it was the end of the season and no one wanted them, so they were like still there. So I ended up picking them up for, you'll see them in the Tractor Supply late spring, early fall, or in the fall they'll have them out, and they're typically $17.99. And I was just gonna get one at a time, and then when it came down to like between $3 and $7 for these things, I was like, I picked them all up. So I ended up spending roughly about maybe $60 on like the whole spread. But anyways, let's get back to the bamboo. So yes, like I said, I'm super excited this bamboo came yesterday, and we're gonna plant it at the top of the hill. Well, I'm gonna plant it at the top of the hill. So stay tuned. I'm going to get this at the top of the hill, and we'll be right back. Alrighty then. So this is where the bamboo is gonna go, and I think this is a pretty good spot for it. It's gonna give us some privacy on going up the hill. Although we only have one neighbors, but the people that owns the other acres up at the top, they hunt. So there's a lot of hunting that goes on around here. Anyways, like I said, we have about 10.5 acres with surface area because it's on the hill and it's roly-poly up and down. We have about maybe 13 to 15 acres unofficially, but officially it's about 10 and a half. So here we go. I am going to dig the hole, plant this bamboo, and hopefully it's in a good spot to get some sunlight, because there are less trees over this way. Plenty of chemtrails though, but less trees. So let's go ahead and plant this and be back in a second. All right, so we have the hole dug. We have the bamboo out of the initial wrapping. And the thing about bamboo is you really do need a good rooting system. And this is a wonderful, excellent rooting system. So, like I said, the price of $74 is still a little, actually it's extremely expensive. But I am satisfied with the product. I am, because for $74 and I was not satisfied, I'd be so angry. But the root, look at that root system. This is gorgeous. Look at it going around. You got new little sprouts coming up right here. So for this to get to 100 feet, that's going to be about 5, 10, maybe 15 to 20 years. But every year we should get a new shoot that comes up, and it should be bigger than the last, and it'll just keep going until it's a nice bamboo forest. I'll create some kind of feature steps that goes through, and we should have excellent little bamboo forest in the front yard that we can come and sit down and lounge under, and hopefully there's no bobcats hiding in, or any animals that decide to take root or home up in this place. I know that snakes love little bamboo areas because they can just barrel right into the ground, and but we'll deal with that later. Right now I'm just still super excited about the bamboo that came. Finally got my hands on some moso, and what I'll do is every year we'll come back until if there is every year, but we'll come back until we have this. So I'm gonna pause it again and we'll see this. I'm gonna drop this in the hole. Actually, let's go ahead and drop this right down here, so make sure that's nice, and you don't need to bury it deep, and you don't need to bury it wide. You just need for it to just take root. I am also going to water it, cover it up and water it. Let's go ahead and shove some dirt on it. The dirt is actually nice and moist from the snow. It actually, believe it or not, it was like 6 inches of snow yesterday, but all of a sudden it warms up to, I think, it warms up to around 70 today. No, that's 70s tomorrow. It warmed up to around 60, 65. So, we're getting Georgia temperatures up here right now. And I'm going to do an in-depth bamboo video, but right now it's just about, chucking some dirt on it and just getting it covered up and getting it patted down and getting it planted. So, 1 second. All right, so now the bamboo is fully planted, and I'm going to just throw some water on it, probably give it a little spritz of fertilizing, and just have it, watch it, and see what it does. So, like I said, I am on 10.5 acres. Plenty of projects to do. There's existed about 4 acres at the top of the hill I want to buy and turn into, and I have an idea of turning it into a Airbnb or just somewhere. If someone just want to come out, we're going to put a little cabin on it, probably a loft and 2 bedrooms. And, for what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to open a Patreon page and a Kickstarter or something like that, and see if I can use that plus whatever I make from work, because like I said, I still do currently have a 9-to-5, and purchase that land above. And why should I be the only one to enjoy all this? So all the people that donate or think about donating can have some place to come out to. I'll probably do you'll probably get depending on how much you donate, probably like a weekend free, anytime you want, or like a month free, whenever time you want, just to come out here and relax and just enjoy this. Put a little cabin at the top, probably put some other stuff like a yurt or a teepee, and just have on the 4 acres. It's somewhere in the back over here, and just have that going. The more money we get is the more land I can buy, and the more land I can buy is the more people I can host and have. And I'm looking forward to totally around me there's another 20-acre piece in the back that's not for sale. There's 10 up above me. There's 40 plus across from me. There's another 100 above that. And the more acre I can buy or purchase or even make an offer on is the more areas I can put a small cabin, a teepee, a tent, you can go camping on, without, like I said, I'm going to either do it for dirt cheap, or like I said, the people that do the Patreon is going to be able to pick whatever weekend they want out of the year and come up here and just have fun. Because I've been looking online, and the rentals sometimes are fairly good, like $50 for night, something, but some of them are like outrageous, like 200, 150. Just like when you just want to relax, why wouldn't you have a place for like $20 or $10 a night that you can just come out for the weekend, if it's available, and just camp out for $5 or less, or rent a little teeny house or a little cabin in the woods for dirt cheap. I haven't set it the prices yet, but I'm going to try to keep it under $100. And from the donators and the money that comes in, either from this video or it's just going right back into the project, the land, purchasing more stuff, and just keeping it rolling. So, thanks for watching, and I will be posting more videos as soon as I can, So let's go back down here, finish these off with the turkey. I think I've talked for 20 25 minutes now, 26 minutes now. I think that's about it. And I know Sam is down there harassing them again. So we have the chickens and the ducks out front. We have the turkeys puffing up. And we have a spring that's currently too close to the house that I have to solve that issue real quick. So anywho, let's get back down here. Those are the ash. I think it's ash. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's ash. But this stuff is like super duper hard to cut, to split. Extremely hard. I've tried splitting one and I've gotten 2 of them split where I've done like 10 of the oaks. And this is by hand, so I'm using a splitting maul. I'm actually using the Fisker, I think, splitter, which I love that axe. Okay, what anyone else say on YouTube? That was worth $50 right there. I think I paid $49.99 or $39.99 for it. And that thing is great. They were like, "Oh, you can't change the handle if it breaks." I'm like, if it breaks, I'll just go buy another one. It's $50. Where I am looking at the what is it, Gransford Brooks, and those things are $150 to $250 for the axe, and I love them, but I can't afford those right now when I have other projects going on. So I'm trying to, say, "Hey, wifey, you want to buy that for me?" But yeah. So I got a hero or a gyro or whatever you want to pronounce this persimmon or persimmon tree, and I have a couple of peach trees and a lot of weed and my chickens and my turkeys. And believe it or not, this is about all the chickens I have left. Those 2 over here, and these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 duck and 2 turkeys. Believe it or not, I had over 30 chickens, and because I free range, the raccoons and the foxes got them. I had silkies, I had more Americanas, I have some sapphire emerald. I had all types. I had Rhode Island Reds. I had what is it? Rhode Island Reds and Red Rangers. Is that right? Red Rangers, yeah. Anyways, I've talked for another 7 minutes, but yes, I have vehicles to fix, sheds to build. I promised my wife that I'll build her little shed. I got the chicken coop to do, the goat pen to do, the pig pen to do. I mean, I have tons of workshop to do, and probably a barn garage, garage barn type thing. I'm gonna put that on further up the hill, somewhere off yonder. And I do want to put a teeny cabin, probably less than 800 square foot, probably 500 to 800 square foot cabin at the top of the hill also. And that's not even included the one that I want to build on the existing 4 acres, 3 or 4 acres they have at the top of the hill for sale. So tons of projects. Probably the immediate thing I'm gonna have to try to work on is this spring right here that's running a little too close to the house. So it was dredged and trenched out along this way, but that's filled up with leaf and dirt and hillside that eroded and rocks. So I gotta get that retrenched, and I'm gonna make a little pool for the duckies, and they like coming in my front yard and pooping on my step, so I gotta get that little area for them. So what else before I go real quick? Yeah, so the Tundra, I will be using the Tundra for overlanding. I'm gonna bigger wheels. Like I said, I've just had it for 2 months. Gotta update the Range Rover with a Cummins engine because Range Rovers are shitty, and I can't believe like people are paying $80, $100, $120, $150,000 for Range Rover. They like the luxury, but man, when those thing is out of warranty, whoo. So I say that to say this. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Enjoy your chemtrails in the sky, these chemtrail clouds in the sky. And we will see you again soon. Would you stop drinking that water? Ugh.